Welcome to our training on smart building technology. Smart building technology enhances the comfort, efficiency, safety, and sustainability of buildings and involves the usage of hardware and software to automate, control, and manage HVAC, lighting, access control, security, and energy management systems. This webinar will explore smart building technology and its applications. IoT, Internet of Things, involves physical hardware devices with sensors for data collection that are networked together over the internet, shared over the cloud, and integrated with software. Lighting control systems use sensors to detect occupancy and adjust lighting levels accordingly. This saves energy and enhances occupant comfort by providing the right lighting levels at the right time. HVAC systems use sensors to monitor the temperature, humidity, and air quality in buildings. This data is used to optimize the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems, resulting in improved energy efficiency. Unmanned aerial drones are used in smart building technology for conducting inspections in hard-to-reach areas, including the roofs of buildings and also exteriors. They're also used for cleaning solar panels and other hard-to-reach areas. Unmanned aerial drones are equipped with sensors and cameras that can detect structural damage, leaks, and other issues. Smart data centers often integrate legacy systems with IoT and cloud-based systems. They show energy usage, alarm and warning messages, temperature, humidity, the equipment on-off status, power consumption, and enable visualization and prediction, eliminating downtime and errors. Hospital systems, smart hospital systems are using IoT devices and sensors to monitor patient health, track medical equipment, and to optimize hospital operations. This results in improved patient care, reduced costs, and enhances safety. Cold storage monitoring systems use sensors to monitor temperature and humidity levels in refrigerated storage containers. Access to the systems are also monitored and controlled, ensuring the doors and the containers are securely shut. This ensures food and other perishable items are stored at the optimal conditions, reducing waste and improving food safety. Robert Murao, our senior application engineer, will be showing a demonstration of SCADA software with smart building technology later in the training. If you have any questions, please enter them into the chat box. We'll be addressing them at the end of the training. If you're working on any applications you want to go over, just let us know. You can also contact us by phone or email, and we'd be happy to go over your applications with you and help you. ICP DAS was established in 2001 and provides industrial control products and data acquisition system solutions that are low DC voltage and operate in extreme temperatures from -13 Fahrenheit to 167 Fahrenheit or -25 Celsius to 75 Celsius. I'm Maria Santella, our sales manager. I've been with ICP DAS USA for about 12 years. Robert Murao, our senior technical application engineer with extensive experience in testing, troubleshooting, and solving complex problems and implementing applications, is here with me. Our headquarters is in Houston, Texas, and we manufacture our products in Taiwan. We ship out-of-stock items within about a week, and we ship in-stock items within 1 business day. We provide free technical support, a 1-year warranty, and focus on providing the best customer experience and innovative automation technology. We appreciate customer feedback to best serve you and improve your customer experience. Buildings usually have standard pre-installed wiring, including Ethernet cabling for computer and device communication. IoT, Internet of Things, involves hardware devices with sensors that are networked over internet, shared over the cloud, and integrated with software for monitoring and control. IoT and smart building technology allow for real-time monitoring of the status of the windows, doors, whether they're opened or closed, They provide a date and timestamp of the status, along with user access entry and exit information. Also for the automation of lighting based on room occupancy or a schedule. They also allow for sending out text message alerts and email alerts. IoT-enabled devices provide insights into building operations, allowing for predictive maintenance, and they also reduce downtime. Overall, smart building technology with IoT transforms the way we think about building management and creates more efficient and sustainable buildings. Access control systems allow for entry and user access based on rules. Our ACS 10V MF RFID card readers control electric door locks and grant entry with an RFID card that matches up to one in the MySQL database. All user entry and exits in the building are logged in the system for secure access. ACS 10V MF is networked to the system over Ethernet cabling. IP cameras in the system capture user images upon entry and exit and log them into the system. Digital I/O modules provide status information for the doors, all the entry points, including the windows, the doors. They also provide status for the elevators. The access entry system software is published to the web for remote access. Lighting control systems enhance energy efficiency in building automation systems. DGW521 is our Modbus DALI gateway. It allows a PC running SCADA software to remotely control and monitor DALI-based lighting. It acts as a central hub for the lighting control system, allowing seamless communication with other devices. LC103H is a lighting control module with a 90 to 240 VAC digital input and 3 relay outputs. It integrates with lighting fixtures in smart building technology systems. LC103 is being used to control individual and also groups of lights. PIR230E, it's a passive infrared motion sensor used for lighting control based on occupancy detection. It communicates over Modbus RTU and Modbus TCP. When it detects someone in the room, the lighting system gets triggered to be on. The SCADA system also turns off the lights if nobody's in the room, based on a schedule, which saves energy. Lighting control systems utilizing the DGW521, LC103H, and the PIR230E provide a comprehensive solution for efficient and responsive lighting management in buildings. HVAC heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems control and maintain optimal environmental conditions in smart building systems. WP8421CE7 is a Windows CE7 based programmable controller that runs multiple programs, including an HVAC system control program, a data logging program, and a program for a user interface that's accessible over a web page. It's connected to an NS205 DIN rail mounted Ethernet switch, and it's also connected to other equipment in the system. DL100SE is a temperature and humidity data logger that communicates over Modbus TCP, and it provides temperature and humidity information back to the HVAC control system. TPD433H is a touch panel HMI that displays the temperature, allows for setting the desired temperature, scheduling, temperature levels based on a schedule, and allows for local monitoring of the HVAC system. IR712 MTCP is a Modbus to infrared gateway that allows for wireless communication to the HVAC unit. TPD433H, the touchscreen PLC, that can also be used as a standalone control unit for HVAC systems. Unmanned aerial drones and smart building systems help with visualization and visual inspection of hard-to-reach areas in the roof and building exteriors. They're equipped with sensors and cameras that detect structural damage, leaks, and security issues. WISE 5231M 3GWA, it's a controller that's configurable over a web page, supports communication over the cellular network, and publishes data collected in the cloud. It has an Ethernet port that's connected to a tiny IP camera. It also has an RS-485 port that's connected to our GPS 721 MRTU. It's a Modbus device that provides GPS information, and the M7060 Modbus RTU-based digital input and relay output module is used for flight control. Unmanned aerial vehicle systems allow for enhanced situational awareness, security, surveillance, and more. Smart data centers take temperature, humidity, the equipment on-off status, power consumption, and enable visualization and prediction, eliminating downtime and errors. WISE 5231 Modbus IoT controllers have logic rule engines, can trigger outputs based on inputs, support scheduling operations, have account management, integrate with IP cameras, can send text messages, log data, have a web browser for remote monitoring and control, and they also support math operations. They communicate over Modbus for easy integration with SCADA and other systems. CL210E are installed throughout each aisle in the data center and provide temperature and humidity information for each zone. ET7060 has digital inputs and relay outputs. They detect when systems are down and trigger redundant systems to come up. They also trigger air pumps to cool sections based on temperature data, and the control and monitoring equipments all network together with our NSM 216 16-port unmanned Ethernet switch. Smart hospital systems integrate data and technology, enhancing and optimizing the patient experience. WISE 7152 smart DI and DO modules are connected to each hospital bed and provide bed and occupancy status. They're connected to an input button to call for staff. Alarm messages are displayed on the TPD 433H touchscreens that are displayed at each door. The screens allow for hospital administration access to patient vital signs and essential information. AVEVA SCADA software runs on a computer at the nurse's station and allows us to show the status of the whole entire hospital floor. Messages are displayed on ICANN 116 LED displays, and voice messages are played through the ALM04 MRTU alarm modules. The equipment's all networked together over Ethernet cabling. Hospital fire alarm systems allow for saving time. They provide simple and streamlined protection of frontline caregivers and patients. WISE 7152, it's a configurable module that allows for triggering alarms when smoke is detected and is connected to doors and windows. The ALM04 MRTU plays pre-recorded auto messages for the evacuation of the building, and flashing lights are triggered throughout the building, signifying an emergency. Evacuation messages are displayed on ICANN 116 displays throughout the hospital, and it's also displayed on the SCADA software running at nursing stations. There's a TPD 433H touchscreen controller installed throughout the building, and they also display the warning messages. ICAM MR6322 IP cameras and sensors allow for first responders and emergency personnel to put out fires and rescue anyone left in the building immediately. Energy management systems collect energy usage data and allow for monitoring and visualization of the information through graphics, reports, and graphs. They provide insights on how to improve efficiency. Our PMC series power meter concentrators collect power meter data from our PM3100 series smart meters that provide true RMS voltage, true RMS current, active power in kilowatts, active energy in kilowatt hours, apparent power, apparent energy, power factor, and more. Our WISE 5231 logs all the data and passes the information to the cloud for remote access. It also triggers outputs based on the energy management system and provides other data acquisition information from our Modbus RTU M7000 data acquisition modules. Our ET7015 Modbus TCP-based RTD input modules are widely used in cold storage monitoring and control systems. They provide temperature data to SCADA systems. With this data acquisition unit and the AVEVA SCADA software, ideal temperature levels can be maintained, enhancing product quality and within the cold storage facility. AVEVA SCADA software allows you to visually see the status of doors, windows, servers, hospital beds, lights, and other equipment on screens. Bar graphs indicate temperature levels, temperature, and other data shown in numeric text on the screen. Customized reports get emailed out at scheduled times. Alarm windows show when levels are out of range. Animated graphics show a realistic visualization of the system's status. The software publishes to a web server for remote access through a web page, so you can view it from your smartphone or through a standard web browser. Dedicated viewer stations can be set up to display system status. Local HMIs can be set up for interaction with different I/O equipment. AVEVA SCADA licenses come in development, runtime, and development and runtime in one. You can get a soft key licenses by email, or you can get shipped USB hard key licenses. The software is publishable to a web server for remote access through a web page. And you can also download an app to your phone so you can see the alerts and things that way. The software is user-friendly, easy to use, and I'm gonna be passing it over now to Robert, who's gonna be showing you a demonstration of smart building technology with SCADA software.
Okay, thank you, Maria. Let me show my screen. Okay, let's see. This is the AVEVA Edge SCADA software that Maria mentioned in her previous slides. With this, you can create HMI and SCADA capabilities on a PC or an embedded system. You can visually show the status of, like your building automation projects, home automation projects, and a whole variety of others. On the right side, we have many different industry examples for which AVEVA Edge can be used for. The most pertinent to the building automation category would be something similar to this, where you use what do you call it, bar graphs and animation to display the current status of various items within the building, like HVAC systems, lighting control, access. There's a control panel simulation where if you wanted to have a main office that controlled all the HVAC systems, you can simulate this, and you can use many different building automation drivers, like the BACnet system, which is the most popular, to communicate to lighting systems and the HVAC system within the building. You can also communicate using like a Modbus driver to control on-off. There's OPC capabilities to communicate to third-party devices, and you can even share this status using mobile clients to remote devices like handheld phones. You can even share through the web if you needed to like other facilities. You can trigger alarms, which let me show you a typical alarm window. Where to go? I think this one had, oh no, where to go? Where's my alarm? Oh, I'm sorry. I want to go over to, here we go. the alarm window, you can see alarm history. You can view notifications of, like, say, for instance, a fire alarm has been triggered. You could have alarm window pop up like this, and you can know when and where the alarm was triggered. So you can send a notification to the fire department or a department that would take care of that particular alarm system. Door entry alarm is another example of a type of alarm that you'd want to take care of. If the door is left ajar, or if somebody that doesn't have access somehow accessed the system, then you want to be able to prevent that from happening. Let me show you some of the animation features. As Maria said, bar graphs can be used to show something as simple as temperature or statuses in real time. And you could view the data showing the bar graph on, just a nice animation like shown here, where this one shows a tank, but you can, easily create your own image, or you can use many of the images within the AVEVA Edge library. The library contains many examples and true, what do you call it, usable animations, but you can also create your own. Plus, AVEVA has many others. So if you do have, for instance, a building automation application, we can see if they have any additional ones that are not preloaded into the software that may be of assistance. Like, for instance, you want a boiler or you want a thermostat or something, we can see if we can find one for you. There's color change, which is very commonly used for triggering or displaying position of alarms. So for instance, if you had like an outline of the building and you had an alarm trigger, say, by the door access, you could put a nice animation there showing like a blinking red light that shows the door has been accessed, and you can dispatch security to that location. You also have the ability to use the data entry fields to display numeric values and to enter text if you wanted to. For instance, if you want to display a message on the screen for door entry or something like, say, access denied, or if you wanted to show a display of a count of maybe temperature or number of people that have entered, you can also do that. Let's see the rotation and the size and many of the other animations you can use here within your project to just enhance the look of the HMI. Behind the scenes, reporting, trends, and alarms are also very significant features of the AVEVA SCADA software that you can use to, numerically show, energy consumption. You can show a number of people that have entered the building. You could do humidity of the building. You can, there's so many things you can measure. Whatever you can measure, you can virtually display within the AVEVA Edge software. Let's see. And finally, I want to just show you, go through some of the other examples of the industries. So for instance, like this one's a solar power plant, but if you did have solar in the building, you can display power consumption and power usage. Similar to wind power, just graphically show, energy generation, energy usage. This is a food and beverage demo. It just shows a conveyor belt and packaging, but you can certainly adapt this project to your needs. And let's see, wastewater, water. That's what I showed. Yeah, but for building automation, this is a great application for communicating to BACnet drivers, which are the most common. And if you have an existing PLC or building automation system, this would be a great control and HMI solution for you, whether you want to display remotely or locally within the building. I'll answer any questions that you have. If you want me to go over any parts of this or have any questions specific to the AVEVA Edge project, we can certainly go through that as well. Let's see, if you have any questions, please type them in the chat box, or if you want to ask them live, just click the raise your hand icon and we'll unmute the audio and you can ask the question live.
And if you don't have any questions now, you can always call us or email us, and we'd be glad to talk to you.
Okay, do you still have that slide up, Maria, with our contact information? Oops. Okay, I don't, but let's see. I don't see any questions. I know it's a holiday weekend, so let's see. If there's no questions, we'll end the webinar, but you can download this presentation, contact us for any questions, and we're here to help you with your applications for building automation, home automation, factory automation, automation in general.
Thank you very much for attending.